Alright, cool. Alright, you ready?
Yep, ready.
Okay.
Let's see.
Oh wait, I think it was another one. Oops. Yeah.
Yeah, there it is.
Alright, and you guys are blue
Blue.
team. Alright, cool. So, in short, this is the game plan that I'm gonna look for and what you guys should work towards. So, I like to cover the V. This is the V.
Okay.
The third man, this is all about spacing. The third man should always be in one of these three spots. Whenever we have the ball in the corners. So if the
Mhm.
ball's on the right side, the third man should be in one of these three spots, depending on how far he thinks that they can hit it. Same thing on this side, it should be in these three spots, depending on how far they should hit it. If the
Okay.
ball rolls up the wall, that's a big red flag. That means the third man should get out of here, go back to net, or hold rolled far deep in the V. Basically,
Okay.
the whole idea is for the third man to always go forward to the ball. So as he's positioned, you're basically saying, I'm making a line and the ball cannot get past me. So wherever you see the ball going, he thinks that no matter what they do with it, he can react to it by going forward.
Okay.
Since we care about the V, there has to be things that we don't care about. What we don't care about is from the boost to the front post, boost to back post, or the post. This is not a priority. That means if there's a ball that's going down the sideline, if he's in this position and he's facing forward, if you can somehow round out and go forward and make a good hit on that ball, then absolutely go for that. But if you're in the
Okay.
same position and it's going high and wide and the only option you have is to go forward and pinch it along the side, that's not what I want you to go for. As a third man, I want you to wait, come back behind the line or towards the front post and challenge it from the front post because everything in here is going to come back towards the front post no matter what. And any shots from out here are going to be real easy to block as long as we're blocking the front post. Um,
Gotcha.
so there's going to be three main phases, and I'll help explain each one. From when we're on defense all the way in our half to transition to offense. So if we have the ball inside this corner and they have teammates like this, they have one, they might have another one right here, they might have the third guy right here. That means I want the first player to challenge from the front post going forward. I don't want him to go backwards towards it. I want him to go always cut the corner and come around towards the front post. The
Okay.
second thing I want, that's the first player. The second person, I want them to be inside this V. They can eat like this deep part of the V inside this low diamond. I want him to either be facing towards the ball so that he can play a short ball off the wall if he thinks that's going to happen, or
Okay.
if he thinks that we can get a good clear, then I want him to turn around and be ready to go forward. Once this ball pops out, this guy can just go on to it. So the second
Gotcha.
person's playing this middle of the field, not pushing outside too far, not pushing too far up, somewhere in here so he can still help out in defense. And the third guy is the most important and the easiest. All you gotta do is get behind the line and face towards the ball. As long as you're
Okay.
behind the line and facing the ball, what I want you to do is wait till it gets past this front post, and you should be able to tell, like, from this position, your vision looks like something like this, and you should be able to tell, like, oh, there's two players in the middle. That means I can let this ball come all the way across, and I don't need to clear it right back into the corner. Instead, I can let it come out, and I can dictate exactly where I want to put it. If these guys are set up here, then maybe I can wait for it to go all the way in the middle and just go for a straight shot on net. Or if they're somewhat like spaced out, then you can push it wherever they're not. Basically, we want quality clears and we want to recognize when we have time. Now, if there's a second man pushing this, that's easy. You just push it, and that's the only time you should push it into the corner.
The only time
Um,
I should push it in the corner is when.
is when someone if they're forcing you to do that.
Okay.
If they're pushing it, the ball's coming across and they're coming here, then yeah, we just want to make a real easy save right here. But if we have the time and space, even if it's real slow, we can let it bounce off the wall, come out, bounce forward, and now we can get a real easy hit going forward. The other thing is that's defense. That's it. So one on the ball, going to it. Second person here facing one way or the other, either here or here. Third person in the net going forward. The third net, the guy in the net should not move until he's absolutely certain that he can get a good solid clear. Let these two guys go in front of you as this ball switches the field. Second can go for it. This guy can go in the middle, but third man can just stay back. The only time you push from the goal is if there's a dangerous ball inside this U, like inside the V basically, and you're facing here. Let's say that this ball gets hit out here and it's coming out towards the V. That means like we don't want to sit back here because any shot from right here is gonna be hard to get. So as soon as like if there's no second man or first man to help you out, let's say the second man's here, first man gets beat, it gets in between them. I expect the third man to push out as early as he can, as soon as he sees it gets past him. That way, even if we're pushing out late, we're blocking a large percentage of the goal just by pushing from a good spot and making it harder for them to score. That's defense. Pretty simple. As we get it clear, let's say we actually are able to push it down the right side of the field. So now we have one guy on the ball, and let's say he's all the way up here with the ball. The second person, I never want to see the second man go parallel and push here. Because to me, from this position, they're saying that I can only get it in this small area, and if I don't get in this small area, then I'm going to have to go back and readjust. And me drawing that little triangle in front, it's like 45 degrees out. It should be like the easiest way to play the ball so that you can just go forward to it. So I like to position following the V and getting into this diamond. So if we can follow the V and get into the diamond, this is what the second man should care about. He should be inside here chilling, and as the first man has the ball going up the field. The third man doesn't move away from the goal until it's clearly past the halfway line. As soon as he does, you just simply follow the V, and you put on your brakes whenever you think that you should like hold space. So in this case, if we have one person here, second person here, the third man should probably post up right here at this hot spot. So like these boost pads are like what I call hot spots, and the third man's always gonna be in one of these three hot spots. So there's only two setups that you could possibly have. 1, 2, 3, or you have 1, and you can play this diamond as the second man, 2, and now the third man can push up behind this diamond. So now you have this triangle. So those are the two setups. You either have a triangle of teammates, or you have a line. And the reason why we all cheat up on the right side is because I've noticed that it goes down the right. If it's on the right side, it will go down the right side. If it's on the left side, it will go down the left side. So in this exact scenario, if your teammate can't get a good pass to you, that's fine. Never go for a ball inside this arc, by the way. And when they have a guy inside this arc facing forward and the ball's going inside it, there's no point in going for it. You're better off here because he's going to hit it right to you.
Right, it's just basically just anticipate the
exactly.
Yeah.
And if he gets a really good clear, that's the third man. Now the third man can go and get it. So second man is in here for the bad clears. Third man is here if they get a really good clear. And again, if this ball goes away from everyone, it's not that big a deal. Third man can chill. He can rotate out if he feels he can get it, if we have time. If he doesn't have time and someone's rushing it, then the third man just goes straight back into the net, buy his teammates time, let it come to him, to the front post, then challenge it.
Okay.
So we just care about basically everything that comes towards the V, we should be able to address just by holding these positions. When we rotate, I like the first two guys to do as much as they can. So let's say we have 1 here, 2 here, 3 here. Ideally, the ball gets hit from here all the way to this corner. Ideally, I want the second man to go parallel and then attack it going forward. I want this one guy, he has two options. If he absolutely has to, then he can rotate all the way back, and then the third man can push up behind the diamond. No big deal. Or, ideally, when you get good at it, the first man can go in a straight line, trying to grab boost pads behind the diamond, and all three has to do is post up here. Now he's going to go over here, and now he's posting up here. So now we have that 1, 2, 3. It's really that easy. And see how short everything is, so there's nothing crazy. That's why we want to find the shortest lines we can. We don't need this guy to come all the way back if we don't need him to. We can just have go here, this guy go across and push, and this third man just push here.
Gotcha.
So
first man doesn't always have to actually
rotate all the way back. Right. If you can land in this position with at least 30 boost, you should be A-okay. So
Okay.
find any kind of line that gets you to 30 boost whenever you're rotating back, which I don't want to see as much as you can. I don't want to see the first guy rotate all the way back to the corner just to rotate back up. First man can grab 12, 24, 36, 48, 60 boost and then be in this position, and it's a much shorter line.
Gotcha.
So that's what we're going to focus on, and you're going to see how the ball is going to constantly be bouncing into these diamonds, and if they're not in the diamond, they're going to be rolling to the V. And all we need is somebody here or here, and we're going to be able to deal with it. And you're going to see all the opportunities that you could have had to score. The whole idea, by the way, especially as a third man, is to contain them behind this line. If we can contain them behind this line, that means that they have less chances to score. That means that you have more opportunities to get goals. The third man should never go for an offensive attack and never pass the halfway line unless it's 1,000% guaranteed that when you push up, you're going to score a goal because it's for X, Y, Z reasons. Otherwise, the third man, all he cares about, even if the ball is bouncing right here, if there's two people, if there's defenders in there, I expect the third man to chill back here so that no matter where it goes, the third man can easily react and get an open shot. All right, so let's keep it going. Let's see. Oh, this is good. We're coming from the front post. That's nice. So this is, okay, so we have the clear, right? And this is
Yes.
where we need to cut our losses. So in this scenario, notice how that orange guy is pushing the ball from this mid, and he's going to be closer to it simply because the ball's going away. So instead of going for it, all you got to do is come back here, and I would hold this position probably, because no matter what he does with it, it's going to kind of come back to that position. So let's see what I would have done if I was here. Let it get hit, and now look what we have. Now we can actually still hold this bit of position, and now it comes right back to the mid, and we go forward. So
Gotcha.
we can let them play along the edges. That's fine. It's always going to come back to the middle, and that's the whole point of it. Let's see how we rotate. So this is a big one. As the ball gets pushed up, we should be like, okay, it's going to get hit, and we don't need to defend this corner. Defending the corner is very dangerous because no matter where you hit it, if you go up that wall and you approach it from under, no matter where you do, you have a very high chance of hitting it back to the middle, and that's not what we want. Instead, let's let it hit off the corner, and let's hold this position instead. Even if you have 10 boost, you can let it hit off, and now we can get a big bounce hit, and we can go down the field.
Gotcha.
Good push. Good bounce hit. Good luck. Really nice try. Now, okay. So there's some really good things. This is really good that we go for the bounce hit. Whenever you can, always go for the bounce hit. That's really great. The second man is pushing up, looking for a pass. That's good too. The third man, which would be you right now, is to put on his brakes as much as he can and wait to see what happens. That way, whenever this ball comes out, you can actually pick and choose what you want to do. But by you hitting it, if you look, we don't really have anyone facing forward and ready for the ball. Yes, we have fumbles, but he's not going to be ready because he's still turning around. So if this ball is inside the arc, he doesn't need to go for it instead. And it's not bad that you played it because, we're forcing them to make a bad clear because look at his angle. He's going to hit it right to the wall. So if we just let him have that, and if Fumbles holds this left diamond, it comes right to him, and now we can go with it and keep it in their half.
Gotcha.
What I would do if I was you too in that position, right here, notice that you have a lot of time, and you have enough time to actually stay on the ground, let it come off the wall, and go for a short aerial, because even if you get 50'd, it's going to be more beneficial for you, and it's going to buy your teammates a little bit more time to rotate back. And it'll allow you to land a little bit quicker too. But yeah, this was just holding the diamond. So let's see how we get back. This is great by Intos to get back in a straight line and hold the front post. That's really good. That's what we talked about. Crazy pinch, nice defend. Fumble should hold the middle behind the line. And notice how just because he held that, the difference of 5 feet made this angle a lot harder. So if we look at it from his perspective, this hit is a lot harder to read rather than being back here. If you're back here, you have much more time to adjust. You can say, okay, there it is, and now you can push out with it and go and meet it instead of being caught having to go fast, because you're always going to kind of under hit it.
Got it.
Let's see. This is good by Intos holding the center. That's really smart. He should be very careful though, because he did a great job by when that ball is played. He's inside the V. He's chilling. But we have to buy our teammates time, and he's on the outside, which means he has to come in the middle. He's not at the V yet. He's still in the area that we don't give a shit about. So all we gotta do is hold the center. Now he hits it. Now we pressure it from the center, and now we can make a better challenge, and which is at the V.
That really could have been an easy goal on.
Yeah, for sure.
Damn.
Let's see, do we round it out? Not bad, that's fine, that's good. Get a good clear. Let's see. And this is what I talk about. So, Fumbles has 100 boost, holy crap. So he has 100 boost. So he has no reason to push out, all he needs to do is stay in the middle. So if I was Fumbles, from where this play started, I'm third man right here, and I stay behind the line. And I'm still staying behind the line. And now I'm going to dictate, do I need to go for it? No, it's a soft hit, orange still has it, I'm holding the line. I'm going to hold. Now he hits it, now I'm going to start pushing out, and I'm going to let it roll away from the wall, and I'm either going to win it easily, or it's going to be a great pinch, because now he's going to follow it, I'm going to follow it, and we're going to have a really strong pinch. So just by being patient and coming from the center and letting it come away from the corner, we can get much better clears instead of accidentally passing it to them. You know, if yellow was any bit positioned better, that's a free goal. We're all pushing up way too fast, way too soon, because if this gets cleared, now we don't have anyone going out a straight line. You're having to do this, when in actuality, we just need one person holding this, and now we can actually just make a straight line. So in this case, recognizing third man is early, so you're the third man right here. And I would be like this. I would slowly push up, I would go to the V, and now I have this angle. And I can actually approach it and get a bounce hit. Really good job. Really nice. This is something big to point out. Whenever you're rotating back, if you can make a play on the ball, do it. And that's what she did. That's great. Fumbles is doing good. Let's see if he gets baited. Notice how it doesn't really do anything. It just goes right back to the orange team. So instead of doing that, I would say, you know what, I'm going to be a little bit more patient. I'm going to, orange is already screwed. He's flying in the air. So we just need to recognize that and let him go down. Because if he goes for a dribble, whatever, we can just get a really easy pinch and we can buy our teammates a little bit more time. And Toast does a good job of holding the center. Good job going for the clear, and that's a good clear because it's coming towards the V, so that's fine. Good patience, good pass, nice try, good follow. So Intos, this is going to be his ball real soon. Let's see if he holds it. And this is good. Notice how he's actually holding at the diamond and the V. And it's alright, because even though he didn't get the challenge, he made Fumbles have a very easy clear, all because he protected this area. You should be holding the net. You do, that's good. Yeah, pro tip, whenever this ball goes wide, if you're going to defend the back wall, defend right here. Never try and, don't try and push out too early, because that's how you get easily bit and you accidentally pass it to them. Instead, go up this wall right here, and now look how much easier of a challenge you have. You can come all the way up here and push it back outside. Okay, let's see organization. Is Fumbles going to get behind the line? He does. And this is good. We're in a really good spot. We have one guy on the ball, you're pushing on the V, and we have Fumbles in the back. That's nice. And now we have the triangle. We have 1, 2, 3. You're in the middle diamond. Fumbles can get grab boost and push up. And it's working out. And now you're going to see the benefit of it. Now you guys actually did it naturally. And now we have easy hits. So now you're the third man. You should be behind the diamond. That's fine. We have time. Intos got it. That's a good 50 by him. We could be a little bit more patient with that, but it should be okay. Because like in this case, um, you can let him deal with it because you know orange team isn't going to do much about it. And if you let orange hit it one more time, I guarantee you he's going to do this, and now you actually have a better hit.
Got it.
But it's still going to work out, so it's fine. It's just something to think about. Always trying to get it out as quick as we can by letting them do most of the work. So let's see. Now we're in a bit of a sketchier situation. We have 1, 2, 3, but Intos is
Yeah.
saying like it has to land here for him to get it. This guy has a big hit, and we're not going to get ready for it. So let's see what happens when this happens. See how it goes right to the diamond?
Mhm.
And even though you adjust, just by holding this spot, and Intos, you know, every once in a while you can make the second man push up and go for a risky play, only if the third man is confident in his play and can cover the worst case scenario, which is right here. Now look at this. Bada bing, bada boom, and we have a free shot from right here with much more power.
Instead of a kind of awkward touch,
Yeah.
I do that.
So this one, knowing when to cut your losses. This ball gets popped up. Intos should be thinking not to pop up because it's very slow and it's very far away. If Intos just uses that same time to come back into net, I'm confident when I turn around from this position, I can block it no matter what because it's going to be an easy hit. And we have two of them committing, so we can cut our losses, let them both commit, and just punish the bad hit. They make a bad hit, and now Intos could be here, pushing up and getting a free hit forward.
Touch a free goal even.
Yep. Let's see how far you push up, and it's going to cost you. You get the challenge on the side, but it could be a lot better just by holding this when this ball is played. And now we can adjust from here. And now I would still wait, and then I would push slow. Because if you notice, this guy's fucked. And if you just like slowly push up, I almost guarantee you the ball's going to land on him, and it's going to pop out towards you. And now you have a free hit. So this is something to think about. Whenever you press this, as Intos does, as first man, we'll call it, you always want to punish the biggest mistake. So in this case, Intos should be ready for the ball to go across the field, and he should not even think about trying to defend any clear that comes here. He should only be thinking about the ball that gets passed and that he's able to score. That way, you're taking away one like thing. He's in a perfect position. All he needs to do is keep going. And now we can punish like the easy hit. Even if he puts on his brakes, he can still adjust and get a shot. So, the first person should always take away the biggest thing. That means if you make a big clear and you're the first man and it's floating in the air and it's going to hit against this wall and they have a defender right here, you should put on your brakes right here. That way, if he does clear it, now your second man has it. And all you got to do is rotate back and now you can get back really quick. And then if he misses it, well, now you have a free goal. So you can trust your teammates to cover the clear behind you, and you can just get the easy goal if they mess up. And this is good. So check this out. We're actually going to form the triangle right here. So now we have 1, 2, 3 with Intos in the center going towards the diamond and Fumbles in the V. So when we get that, we're able to approach the ball from nice angles. Fumbles holding the line before the ball's hit. That's nice. And he's only going up when he's guaranteed a goal. And now we get a goal. So when you guys actually did it, you guys got a goal. So all it took was this positioning from all three of y'all. And it ended up, you guys have proper spacing, you can let the ball come to you, and now you have easy shots. So you guys are doing it already, just accidentally, without it being a conscious effort.
Pretty sure this next one might be on me. Pretty sure.
Well, Intos doesn't need to jump on it. So Intos does a good job at holding the center, but when this ball is hit, he has time. Like, he can just let him go for it, and we can stay on the ground, and Intos can hit it away. Let's see what you were doing. In this position, if I was you, I would go back into net, basically. I would just say, okay, Intos is behind me. I'm just going to go behind, just in case he misses it, so that if he does accidentally hit it, now you can challenge it or whatever. Yeah, that's all kind of unfortunate. I would say the majority of the fault was Intos for jumping early.
Okay.
Even if, because like I know that the guy got bumped out here, and that's why he like kind of jumped early because he thought he was gonna follow it. Even if he follows it, you want to hold this position. When people go for air dribbles and all this bullshit, you want to wait until they basically get around this area anyways, You know, if you build a wall right here, and then once they encroach that wall, you want to be challenging them from the ground. But when they first jump off the wall, the worst thing you could do is jump early and try and challenge them because they're just going to make one more touch, and now you wasted all your boosting time. So
Got it.
always challenging at the last second helps. I like y'all's kickoff too. I always do that. I always have the third man cover this diamond, so that's all good. Keep doing that. One guy go for boost, one guy hold that center. This could be pretty good, but notice how you had the perfect positioning right here.
Yeah, I just kind of went too far up.
Exactly, because when this ball is played, when this ball is touched right there, you're saying that the ball has to come in this area for you to react, but it's high, which means that in reality, like, it's going to be even harder to get, even though it looks ideal. So just by holding another 5 feet, because you got the read right, and when we read the ball, we want to be able to push it accurately. So once this ball is played right here, like, okay, it's guaranteed that fumbles is going to hit. It just matters how hard. So I would push up back here, and when this ball is hit, I would slowly approach it so that I can get a nice hit whenever I want. Or if I'm going to read it real accurately, just by, you know, rounding out your approach and not getting too far in, you can get closer and you can cover more things. So if you are going to press close, always try and round out your approach and try not to get caught in a situation where you're very straight on, because this ball that comes here, notice how the line you want is going to be perpendicular to the ball, which is here. It's going to be a lot easier to react than trying to be here, because that means like it's this constant feeling of, oh, the ball needs to get to this point for me to make a shot. When you got it rounded out, you can say, oh, it's like the ball's crossing my face, and it's a lot easier to react.
Got it.
So either A, hold back further and try and get a 50-50, or B, round it out if you're going to push up early and try and get the early hit from the wall. Let's see what Intos does. He's in perfect position when this ball is played. He should just commit to that. So I would say, in his case, I would just keep on pushing it forward, because as soon as I see Chomper go for that hit, I know that he lost control. So he's good right here, but as soon as he goes for that early hit, he can just still face forward and just drive towards the ball and get a really easy challenge. But let's see what he does with it. He does a good job of getting it away anyways. Nice follow. Nice try. Really good job by Intos. And notice how just because he staggered it, that positioning, and he's not parallel when this ball is played, he's able to react and get a shot. Let's see what Fumbles does. He shouldn't. So this is the red flag I'm talking about. In this case, as soon as Fumble sees that he was down here, he should be coming back here immediately, because it's going up the wall, and it's the ball. It's the most dangerous ball is going to come back to the V, and I bet you it's going to go. It's probably going to land right here. Let's see.
Okay.
Pretty close. So just by holding that position, we can get an easy hit. Yeah, so in this case, all you gotta do is stay behind the line, and that way you get less chances of him bumping you, and you're covering the worst case scenario. Good job, Intos. And this is, by the way, this is a great example of, yes, you want to come from the net, but as soon as you feel like you can get an easy, like, clear, then you can push out and get an easy clear, because he got a really good pinch. Let's see. How do we push up? And we're pushing up right. One guy on the ball, one guy behind the diamond, and you're coming up the V. Although you're getting way too close, and it costs you. So instead, your positioning can be back here, and you can slowly rotate to the left, and this would be you. And now you're waiting. Now you're waiting in the mid. You're trying to see, okay, he's gonna go to the right. I'm gonna go to the right. And now you're in the diamond, and now your teammate's going away from it. And now, well, it's kind of awkward, but basically, you can just keep on going back and forth and slowing your roll, and just like holding this position, coming back, holding this position, holding this position, and then if it goes around you, then you can go back and just stay inside this V as long as you can, basically.
Okay.
Let's see. So this is another one. It's another red flag, and all we need is one person right here.
Red flag being all of us bunched up in that one small.
Yeah. Here we have time. Let's see what we do with it. We kind of rush it. So in this case, you can even afford to like let it bounce however it's going to bounce, round out your approach, and now go for it from over here and get the shot that you want. You know, no one's pressuring you, so just know that you have more time, because now we didn't get the clear we needed, and now we have 2 players up top and 1 guy in the back, which is always uncomfortable. And Intos does not need to challenge this, he just needs to get back behind the line. And it's really easy to dodge demos here, because even if he goes for the demo, you can just go right here, and now you have all the time in the world and get an easy clear. Let's see. Good job, fumbles, pushing up behind. Intos has good spacing. Intos is getting too close, and now it's going to cost him. Nice reaction for the position he was put in. Really good. Alright, so this is perfect. Check this out. When this ball comes off Intos, look where fumbles is. He's right by the V, and it's right behind the diamond, and now he's able to go forward and get an easy shot. And look at you. You're coming from the V to the diamond, and now you're rounding out, and now you have an easy shot. And this is perfect. And now Intos has an easy shot. So this is great. This is what you want to aim for as much as you can. People rotating from the diamonds, banging it off the back wall, forcing these guys to move outside the goal, run out of boost, and then eventually you're going to bang it off the back wall, and there's going to be no one here, and you're going to have an open net. So that's great. This is a great example of containment. So let's take a look at the rotations again, just to see how it happened. Third man pushes up, first man pushes back to 3, the third man pushes up, second man pushes it back, and now we have the third man pushing up again. And another opportunity. So in that one, we don't need to go for that hit, even though, because you have time to let it come down and go for the bounce hit. So do that. Let it go for the bounce hit, and that's going to be a much better chance to go for a shot. Ooh, Intos shouldn't be moving right now. So, yeah, all that was Intos. He just needed to stay back here, wait for it, now push it from the front post, and this gets blocked really easily. So, if you want, I have time for like a few games to play with you, and I could coach you in game about that.
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
Alright, cool. Give me 1 second. Let me change accounts.
Gotcha.
So all we're going to be focusing on is covering those positions. If you're the second man, I'm going to say get into left diamond, get into mid diamond. If you're the third man, I'll be saying get into left V, get into right V. If it goes up the wall, I'll say get to the deep V, like get back. If you're in net, I'm going to say stay there until it comes to you. And I'll be calling out basically when the ball's going to come to you. So if I say, hey, get into the right V, here it comes, 3, 2, 1, it's because I'm reading how they're going to clear it to you.
Okay.
And all you got to do is get in that position, and it should come right to you, and you should see how easy the game becomes.
Alright, got it. Will do.
Yeah, so this works at every rank. It's just it gets a little bit more involved when it gets higher, but it's always the same basic plan, which is what do we care about, what do we not care about, and when do we cut our losses. Let me. Oh yeah, so how do I add you? Let me see.
I can just send you my are you on PC?
Yeah, send me the
Yeah, I could just
profile.
Yeah, I can just send you that.
So, all you have to think about when we play is these 3 things in order. It's going to be getting into position. That's the first priority, as fast as we can. If you have 30 boosts, you should be fine. And the second thing is waiting for the ball to literally come towards you. I don't know why I can't add people at the moment. Like, I'm on your profile, but I can't, like, add you.
I mean, I could try adding you instead.
Yeah, let me see my profile. Just been doing that today, I don't know why. Oh wait, I think that's the wrong one. Hold on. There we go.
Let's see. Let's see.
Or I could just create a private match and you can join it real quick if you want.
Okay.
Alright. It's making the... Oh, what the fuck? Can't let me make one. Okay, I'm making a private match. There should be coach and the password is the number 44. Okay, it's making it.
Gotcha.
Let me try and add you from the players list now.
Okay.
Did it work?
Yep.
Cool.
Did. Let me go here. Accept. And I should be showing up now. Alright, just give me 1 sec. Just gotta close some things out real quick.
And are you east or west?
I'm east.
Perfect. I'm central, so east works for me.
Okay.
Alright, let me know when you're ready.
Okay. Do. File upload.
And I'll send you the YouTube link whenever that gets done.
Okay.